Good morning from Energylandia. Can't wait to get on some of my classics like Zadra, Hyperion in the background here. It's going to be a great day, the sun's out, so join me for the journey. Here we go. Let's get into the park, check out all the Halloween decorations here. Just walking around now, you've got all the Halloween decorations out, you've got all the scare actors just over here. Walking around, let's get a bit closer. Here we go, just over here now. Got the juggler just over here as well. There we go, it's just behind me, just over here. You got all of the pumpkins out here. Yeah, it looks really good in here today. Got a scare actor just over here. There we go, giving a bit of a wave. Now when you first get into Energylandia, lots of people head towards Hyperion because this side of the park here is blocked off, but it's just about to open up very shortly and everyone's going to be getting over to Zadra. I'm waiting for Zadra as well. And here we go, finally the queue started moving. Yeah, as you walk around the park, you've got so much Halloween decorations. I mean, they're absolutely everywhere. You've got the wheel in the background, and just in the distance, you've got Zadra that I'm heading towards now. Yeah, look, you've got more pumpkins just down here. They're everywhere, all over the park. You've got the soundtrack blaring out, and you've got the staff members going around on those. Now, if you haven't been to Energylandia before, it has two sides. You've got the normal side just over here, which obviously this is the oldest side of the park, and then this way down here is to Zadra. It's a long way over, and this is the other side of the park. You've got rides like Abyssus just over here, and I'll show you what's over there in a bit. Here we go, I'm at the other side now, just over here. You've got the new area over here. I'm doing a separate vlog on that tomorrow. I'll show you what's around. Obviously it's not opening until next year, but I'll talk about that tomorrow. You've got all the Halloween decorations around here as well. Yeah, as I was saying before, it's best to get round the back end of the park. There's no one here, no one around. Obviously everyone rushes to Hyperion and that side of the park first because that opens before this side of the park. Yeah, it's absolutely deserted around here. There's 4 horror mazes this year. There's Scary Loft. You've got a few more scattered around. You've got the smoke going on over there. Unfortunately, there's no scare actors around at the moment because it is the daytime. You've got Obsessive House just over there as well. And then just over there's another one. Right round the start of the park as well. Just round there. There's another scare maze as well. Now, most of the scare mazes are 11 till 5. But I'm going to get round to Zadra now. Can't wait to get back on it. I'll come round here later. Can't wait to get back on Zadra. Can't wait for this. It's not going round at the moment, so hopefully it's running. It's a new flat ride here. This wasn't here last time either. Love a bit of Zadra. One of the longest queue lines in the world. It just keeps going and going and going. Yeah, it just wraps around all the way around. It probably takes about 10 minutes to walk around here. There's no one in the park hardly today. Looked like there was quite a few people at the start, but once you get around here, there's literally no one here. So like I said earlier, get to the back of the park and then you won't have any problems because everyone rushes to Hyperion. Right, when you come onto Zadra, you've got the lockers just under here, so any loose articles or anything, just put them in one of these lockers here. Just have 4 rides from Zadra. Got a bit of a problem, I can't use my wrist strap. You can see I've got my GoPro just here. They wouldn't let me on using the wrist strap, unfortunately. They said it's chest harness only. And on this trip, I didn't bring the chest harness, which is a shame. But I'll be back here in future to record some on-ride POVs for you. But on the major coasters, I won't be doing those POVs, unfortunately. Yeah, as I was just saying, unfortunately, you're not allowed to film on Zadra. It's a shame that is. Obviously I usually use the chest harness, but I haven't got it today. I thought, why not bring the wrist strap, try it on that. But they've changed the policy, you're not allowed to use it on the wrist strap, which is unfortunate, but I'll be back in future to film those coasters for POVs for you. Lovely day today, the sun's out. Lovely weather. People starting to come into the park now. Starting to get a little bit busier. All of the wait times though, they're on 0 to 10 minutes. So yeah, it's deceiving a little bit. You think that it's getting a little bit busier, but it's not. Those wait times are really low, which is great for rides. Yeah, it's a really lovely today. As I was saying, the sun's out, it's lovely. It's mid-October, but it doesn't feel like it. Got Hyperion over there in the distance going up. Can't wait to get on that later. It's got a bit of a rattle on it. I'm not really a massive fan of Hyperion. But yeah, it might have changed a little bit. Hopefully the rattle's not too bad on there. And I can't wait to get over there and get on Abyssus. I'm going to be getting over there next. I might even go on a Halloween maze on the way as well, because obviously they open at 11 o'clock and it's just gone 11 now. But I've had full rides on Zadra, as I said. It's on a 0 minute, so I kept going round. It's just unfortunate that obviously I didn't bring my chest harness with me, because I would have got you a POV. I mean, you've seen plenty of them anyway. They're all on YouTube, so if you want to see one of them, just check it out on there. I'm going to get into a haunted house now and see what they're like. You've got the scare actors just over here as well. Rest in peace. Yeah, you got Scary Loft just over here. I'm going to try this out now. Looks quite good. Right, just done my first maze and that was Scary Loft. Yeah, new for 2023 is Scary Loft. I went in there first because that's the new maze here. And yeah, I wasn't really impressed with it, to be honest. I'll probably give it a 4 out of 10, something like that. There's not many actors in there. There's 3 or 4 actors in there. You go in there, there's lots of nice set pieces in there. There's lots of smoke as well. It's very dark and you don't know where you go in some of the time. But yeah, there wasn't really any jump scares or anything like that. So yeah, I'd skip that one really if you're coming here. It's not really worth queuing up for. And obviously it's got the longest queue here because it's the newest maze. But yeah, it wasn't too bad, but there was no jump scenes in there. Nothing scared me at all. Anyway, it's getting busier in here now. I'm going to get around and get an ice cream because the sun's out and I'm a little bit hot now. Just going to give you a quick view of the queue times just over here. Yeah, most of them 0, 10, couple on 20. Obviously the boosters on 20 minutes, low capacity. Apart from that, you know, 0, 5, 10 minutes. So yeah, come at Halloween time when it's not the weekend. Let's head towards Abyssus, but first I'm going to go for an ice cream. I'll tell you what, black melon, has anyone else ever seen that? I've never seen that before. I just there for my ice cream. I've got a pear ice cream. Never had a pear ice cream before. Don't know why I ordered it really. I thought I'd just try it, so let's have a go anyway. It's definitely different, but yeah, it's quite nice. I'll tell you what, I wasn't really enthusiastic about that, but this pear ice cream is something else. It's really nice. Got a cinnamon taste in there as well. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm here for 2 days, so I'm definitely getting one of these tomorrow. So if you come here, get the pear ice cream. I know it sounds wrong, but get it. It's really good. Here we go, straight over to Abyssus. Can't wait to get on this. I like this coaster. Not too many people do like this coaster, but I like it. Love all the waterfalls around here, and it looks great. All of the pipes, all of the theming. Yeah. Here we go, the bag is in. The locker is now shut. Time to get on Abyssus. Just had a good second to back row ride on Abyssus. Yeah, I sit second to back row because obviously if you sit very back row, your view is obstructed on that ride. It's not too intense on there, and obviously I couldn't take you on board because I haven't got the chest harness. It's a shame. I wanted to obviously bring the wrist strap, see if I can record on the rides. Unfortunately I can't, so I'll have to return in the future. Yeah, Abyssus, not too many people like it. I quite like it. You know, it's nothing on Zadra or anything like that, but it's still a good coaster. And obviously as you go around the ride as well, you've got the waterfalls on there and it looks great. Okay, over with Mr. Jellybelly now. What do you think of the day so far then, Mr. Jellybelly? Oh, he's not saying anything. Even the fountains over here themed Halloween. It's really good by Energylandia. I'll tell you what, you get a little bit closer and you get absolutely soaked. Oh. Just on a boat ride now, going around nice and relaxing. Got a coaster over here. And yeah, it's nice and cool around here too. Time for a ride on Formula 1, same situation, you've got your lockers over here so the camera's going in there. See you when I get off ride. Just had my ride then on Formula. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that coaster like quite a few other people. Yeah, it doesn't do much for me. Obviously it's a short layout, it's over in about 30 seconds. Obviously it's quite snappy on there though, you get a little bit of airtime on there. But yeah, it doesn't do that much for me, to be honest, this ride. Here we go, we're at Formula 1 restaurant and it's time for some pizza. A margarita pizza just over here, and you got a nice view of Formula just over here. Looking forward to this, I'm absolutely starving. Just to give you a price guide on the pizza and drink, you get one of these and a Pepsi, and that's just under £10. Yeah, there's a lot more people in the park now. The queues are still relatively low though, so I'm going to get over to the water coaster now. Can't wait to get on that again. Over a speed water coaster now, 0 minutes, just like a lot of the rides. Do you like speed? Let me know in the comments. Just had my ride on speed. Unfortunately, you don't get to pick where you sit on that, you just go where you put. I sat towards the back, so I'm not absolutely drenched, just a little bit wet. It's finally time to get on Hyperion. You're probably thinking, why did I leave this later in the day? Obviously, this gets swamped at the start of the day, all the queues, all the people come over here. So yeah, I always leave this till later on in the day. I'm not a massive fan of this ride. I'm not sure if the rattle's still there or not, but it's got a really bad, unbearable rattle on it. I've been on it quite a lot of times, and no matter where I seem to sit, I always seem to get the rattle on this, so yeah, but I'll give it a go, see if it's improved or whether it's got any worse. One thing I do like about this coaster though is the queue line in here, you've got all the lights. Yeah, it's great in here, great themed, space themed as well, all the blue lighting in there. And as I was saying earlier, I've got the all-day locker over here, so I've got to put my camera back in the locker here as well, because obviously you can see they've got the scanners there now. They never used to have the scanners, but they're in there now. Just had my ride on Hyperion. Tell you what, I'm absolutely shocked on there, I really am. I've got a lot to talk about. Now when you go on Hyperion and you go in the queue line, you've got the lockers to your left, and now they've got the security barriers there. And then the queue line just goes on and on for a very long time. It's probably one of the longest queue lines I've ever been on a roller coaster. Now when you get into the pre-show queue line, you wait there, you're all packed in like sardines. It's not a very nice experience. You've got people pushing in front of you all over, you've got groups of people coming in, pushing in front, and it's just not a nice experience at all. Now my first go on Hyperion was actually around 45 minutes, even though it's signalled as a 0 minute wait. And I was absolutely shocked with my first go on there, because it was the best coaster ride I've ever had in any park. I'm not actually making it up, that was the best ride I've ever had. It completely shocked me. I was sitting front row on the right seat, so obviously you're a bit lower down as well, off the track, and you felt the force a lot more. There was no rattle there either, which I was really surprised about. It was running crazy at a crazy speed, it was just flying around those corners, and on top of that, it was hailstones when I first come out, so it wasn't very nice, but you had the goggles on there, covering your face. Well, not covering my face, covering my eyes, but anyway, it's flinging me around. I was getting airtime on there, I was getting everything. I wasn't getting any of that, the other rides that I had in there before, so I'm not sure whether it's the weather that made it faster or what, or whether it's just a much better ride now, because there wasn't a rattle either in the seat that I was sitting in. Yeah, so at that point I thought, well, I'm going to go round. I mean, it was all queued up in the building, but I thought, why not go back on there? If it's running like that, I'm definitely going to queue for it, even if it's a long queue. I thought I'm going to try back row ride and see what that's like. So I got back into the queue, got into the back row queue, 8 people obviously at a time going in at the back, and yeah, I waited about another half hour for that. It was slightly less at the back, and then when I got to the front of the back queue, just before you head in there, unfortunately the group that was actually supposed to be the second row behind me actually pushed in and they went into the back row. So then I couldn't get a back row ride, which is absolutely crazy, because the other people with me as well were shocked because they queued for a back row ride too, yet they pushed in front and the woman wouldn't let us wait, obviously, because it only takes a certain amount of people per ride, which is just crazy, because all they need to do is put a staff member on there so that doesn't happen. And if people start pushing in, get them out of the park. It's as simple as that. And then you won't have these problems in future, but they don't do that, do they? They don't really care. Obviously, it ruined my experience on there. It's not just me, I mean, it happens to other people as well. I saw it happen on the front row earlier as well. That happened on the rides just before me. Actually, someone pushed in on the queue line, and then obviously, you know, people were upset and that's understandable. I mean, all they need to do is put a staff member there so that doesn't happen in future, but they just don't bother really. And the staff member, I tried to explain it to her, she didn't really care, she just wanted to get people onto the ride. So yeah, I can see where she's coming from, because, you know, she's doing it all by herself. The park's just not employing enough staff to do that, and it's just terrible operations, it really is, from Energylandia. But the ride I had at the start, the best ride I've ever had on a coaster. I was absolutely shocked with that, so it was worth it for that. So anyway, if you don't like queue jumpers, then do not come to this park, because it's terrible for it. But if you do want a great ride, get on Hyperion. Didn't think I'd be saying that ever, because I used to hate Hyperion. I don't anymore. Anyway, that's enough of me ranting about Hyperion. I've been going on and on about it. I was just a bit furious about what happened in there. It wasn't very nice at all. But as I said, I had the best ever ride on that first ride on Hyperion, so don't let that put you off, because it's worth it anyway. Front row on that right low down seat. The operations in this park though are frightening. Well, more like the way the park's run anyway. Not enough stuff in there. It's time for a ride on my own coaster, 0 minutes, and I like this coaster because it's got the new trains on there, not the old style trains. So yeah, it's going in the locker again as usual. Obviously I can't film on the ride because of what I was saying earlier. I'll give you my review after. Just had my ride on there and it wasn't as good as I previously remembered. I sat at the back though, so that might be why. It's got a horrible jolt to it on there. It's the worst ride of the day, even though you've got the new style trains on there. It was pretty unbearable on there. That time of the day for the merch tour. And starting off this merch tour, we have this funky plush here, Energylandia themed as well. And the price of that is 179 zloty. Do the conversion on Google. They also do the small Energylandia plushes as well if you don't want the big one. And here we have this grey Coasterholic fleece here with all of the coasters on the back. I got this last time I visited Energylandia, so I won't be getting it this time. For 190 zloty you can get yourself these shorts. For 25 zloty you can get yourself an Aqualantis themed bottle there, that's quite nice, I like that. For 15 get yourself a notepad. And just like a lot of parks you can get yourself an Energylandia Monopoly, and that is 169 zloty. Now if it's bad weather at Energylandia, don't worry, they've got you covered in here. You can get yourself one of these brollies. Various fridge magnets over here, you've got Hyperion over there and lots more. And just like any shop, you've got lots of cups over here. I'm not really a fan of any of these, to be honest. They look a little bit cheap. I mean, the designs on them are not great, to be honest. I can't really see one that stands out that's that nice out of these, but there's various bottles around there and they're quite nice. But yeah, these cups are not great. If you want to store the pennies up though, get yourself one of these, and this one's a little bit better. Into the last 45 minutes of the day, I'm going to get over back to Zadra. I'm going to have another ride on there, then get on the wheel maybe and wrap this vlog up. I'll tell you what, the park's really filtered out now. It's absolutely chucking it down in rain. Getting absolutely drenched, but I want my ride on Zadra. It's still going round. Yeah, there's no activity in here. Obviously all the actors have gone out now. It's tipping it down in rain. No one around. Just making my way to Zadra. And here we go, straight into the Zadra queue. It's just a shame it's not Halloween night. You've got all of the lights around here. It's much better in the dark in my opinion. Obviously when all the lights come on and everything. But yeah, the weather's really bad. It's really starting to filter out. Everyone's going, so this will be on a 0 minute. I'm gonna wait for a front row because I didn't get a front row on this earlier. So yeah, looking forward to it. And it's really flying around the track. Obviously you've got the wet weather. It's gonna absolutely fly around there. Anyway, my camera's getting absolutely soaked, so I'm gonna put it away and I'll see you after the ride. I'm absolutely soaked on Zadra. Got the hailstones on there. Look at my hair, it's gone all over the place. That was possibly the worst ride I've ever had anywhere. I literally couldn't see anything. You got the hailstones in there. I couldn't keep my eyes open. It's unbearable. Hailstones coming everywhere. And yeah, look at this. I love Zadra, but crazy. Heading out the park then, yeah, you can see I'm absolutely drenched. The weather's turned. It's really nice and hot earlier. That ride on Zadra though is absolutely crazy. No lie, I love Zadra, but I couldn't see anything the whole way around. It's so painful, it's unbearable. the worst ride I've ever had. I've had the best ride I've ever had here today, and that was on Hyperion. It's crazy because I hated Hyperion before, but now I really like it after that ride. Zadra was just, I knew they would run the ride because it's Poland, but yeah. Anyway, heading out the park. And that was the end of my day at Energylandia. I didn't record an ending there because I got absolutely drenched and I forgot to do the ending, which is very unlike me. But yeah, I had a great trip there, I really did. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. Also, drop me a comment. What did you think of the vlog? Are you going to be visiting Energylandia soon? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next theme parks and attractions video. See you soon.